Hey everyone, welcome to Ready Made RC's Facebook Friday. We host this event video every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time so we can share with all of you the latest products that have arrived or are on the way. And also to answer your questions you may have. We may also discuss other FPV and RC related subjects from time to time. I'm Alec and this is Tim, and we think we have some cool things to show you. Let's get started.
There you go. Good intro.
Yes,
good
reading.
job. So Alec, this is the first time he's done one of the Facebook Fridays. So we decided not to really do much in the way of new product. With the Chinese New Year and everything, not a lot of things rolling in. So we asked ahead of time for people to send in questions, and everyone can also post questions on Facebook directly, and we'll try to answer them. So let's just start digging through the questions.
All right. How many people we got, Joe?
So far we have 17.
Awesome.
What's up, everyone?
Darren says, hi, guys.
What's up, Darren?
Hi, Darren. All right. Pablo E. asked us, are you guys going to sell the Fat Shark 10-year anniversary edition goggles? What are those?
What are those? If they have something called that, we will carry them. But we may or may not know anything about them in advance. So yeah, if we're going to carry them. Other than that, we don't really have much information about it.
No.
All right. Well, this is a long question. I'll read it.
Yes.
Let me read it. All right. So Calvin M. Said, I'd like to know, based on your industry experience, when you think digital HD video will become small and inexpensive enough to place analog video for FPV. He elaborated a little bit, but kind of saying the Connex systems are out. They're a step in the right direction. But I guess my answer is, yeah, I'm sure it will. I mean, everything gets smaller, more cost effective as it becomes more mass market. I'm not aware of anything specifically that's gonna take over from the Connex, the ProSight side of things. Other than I think they're going to continue to improve their products as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you look, 2 years ago, most of the HD systems we had were from the movie industry, and they were $1,000, $1,500
or more,
and accepted a full-size HDMI cable as your input.
Right.
So to move to a smaller transmitter with an integrated camera system, I think is a big leap.
Yeah, and I think that the analog stuff right now has, you think about the micro, the inductrix and things like that, it's going to be a long time before HD has any chance, without serious latency anyway, of being on products that small. I do see continued improvements on the analog side. The 5.8 gigahertz gear that we have now is so far advanced over what we had 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
That even non-diversity systems can outperform diversity, older diversity setups.
We have a question/comment. Kevin says, really like the new feature in Betaflight to change the settings on the Tramp and the Unify VTX from the Taranis and OSD. Love the Crickets and would love to see this feature in the Cricket VTX.
Well, we can look into that. That means the VTX has to, have some connection data-wise. We're looking into options like that. There are advantages and disadvantages of being able to tweak settings through radio. But thanks for the feedback. We'll look into that.
And we have another question. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but he'll know who he is. Hi, guys. Will you carry the XUAV Clouds? Have you guys heard of that one?
Don't know much about that.
That is the big plane, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think maybe, but I think I think we're going to focus probably a little bit more on making our high quality planes that possibly are better in many ways. Not to say that we won't get planes like that. Oh, it's like the My Twin Dream mixed with a Talon, yeah. We don't have plans right now. That doesn't mean we aren't going to. We have some really cool planes in testing right now.
Very cool planes.
That probably have similar ability for distance and what they can carry battery-wise. But I believe will be way more efficient than a twin motor setup like that.
Yeah, definitely with the right prop and motor setup.
And this is pretty far in development, so
And then somebody's asking about the giveaway. What are we doing there?
Oh yeah,
What giveaway? We don't have
giveaway.
giveaways.
I think. Well, want to just do it now? Let them
Brown box.
comment over the next few minutes, or give them a few minutes.
We'll give them a few minutes to
All right.
comment, but we can go over what we're doing.
Well, we're going to go ahead and give away one of the Strix Lion packs. They were built for goggles. Here, go ahead and built for goggles, but actually fit in the new QX7 Tyrannus radio as well, probably other applications. They are 3,200 milliamp hours and a pretty close to the same size as the stock Fat Shark battery. Double your, or more than double your time on the goggles. So you can fly all day with these things. We're going to give one of these away. I think we're going to do what we did last week.
Give them like 3 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Time-wise, I had these running on my goggles when we first got them. Put a timer on my computer, 4.5 hours, and I was using a very power-hungry diversity receiver. It warms up the goggles.
No,
Pretty good.
Is this the one that we're going to have at
This
some
is the
point?
one we're going to have, yeah.
You don't know anything about that. When do we want to start this? You want to give them a few more minutes, or ready to start right now?
Yeah, go
All
ahead
right.
and start. Explain to them what they need
All
to
right, the next 3 minutes, just throw in a comment. Say, hey, man, I really want it, or, say Joe's awesome, or suck it, Kevin. I don't care what you say, but make some kind of a comment here in the next 3 minutes, starting now. Tap the table.
And then we will pick a random
We
person.
will randomly pick someone, and we'll get you the battery for free.
As long as we can ship it to them.
Yes.
Yeah, within
Continental
limits.
US.
Yeah, better keep that in the U.S. because standalone batteries are pretty difficult to ship overseas now, unfortunately, if not impossible. Gotta love regulations. So David W., have you thought about opening a Canadian warehouse to help us save on shipping and brokerage fees? Diluting our stock to another warehouse, it's been brought up, but we're trying to keep the operation pretty efficient. That said, we do wholesale to companies through our partner company, Advanced Drone Supply. So, I think that's an option. We do work with companies in Canada already.
A couple, yeah.
And if if someone's interested in purchasing wholesale from us, just shoot us a message through our support system or go to advanceddronesupply.com and we can get you hooked up. And
Advance with 1D.
Advanced Drone Supply, not advanced. So right now, no plan for the warehouse. We're still working on ways to get our shipping, keep our shipping prices lower. UPS rates actually starting on Monday are going to drop significantly. FedEx has already been pretty competitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 2 more minutes.
All right. This is a good one to take the time up. Hugo asks, we don't know who that is, asks, when will you guys offer glitter bombs?
Glitter bombs.
First of all, I don't think shipping anything with the name bomb in it is a good idea. Maybe glitter surprise.
If Hugo is Hugo on? Has he
No,
said anything?
he's not.
So he has no idea how much thought we've put into how we could actually include something that blows glitter all over the place without causing problems with the Department of Transportation and other agencies that don't like things that go boom in packages.
Oh, we have a question. Darren asked, will you guys be at Flight Fest East this year?
Oh yeah,
Yes. That's only like 2
and
hours
West.
away.
Well, probably West. We're working on West right now. So if you want anything special in your package, by the way, put a note on the order comments. We may be able to accommodate special requests within reason.
Yes.
Okay, time's up. I'm going to pick a comment here just because this comment is awesome.
Go ahead.
It is Alex Houston. He says, hey, the cameraman seems like a decent person.
The cameraman is a tripod. He is a decent person.
So Alex Houston,
All right.
send us a
Get the
message.
battery. Shoot us a message, a direct message through Facebook. We'll get it set up.
I know who he is.
I'm just gonna jump to a later question because I think it kind of fits based on that last comment. Was David D says, was Joe Estes hired on his looks alone? And I was thinking about this. I saw this question earlier, and You know how, maybe when you're dating someone and they do themselves up real nice and they look good for a while, and then you get in a relationship and they kind of let themselves go? It's kind of happened with Joe, I think. Sorry, Joe. I mean, he was really well made up. He put on his makeup and his nice dress when he interviewed.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a question. How many people work for RMRC?
We are at 15 here, plus a couple contractors outside that help with support and web development and so forth. So, yeah, it's a decent-sized crew. Mostly decent people except for Joe. But
I don't know who this is, but Rich says, Tim, you look taller on TV.
who said that? What's the...
It's the lens.
I lost it. Oh,
We have a,
old college buddy. Oh, come on, man. I also look. I don't know what the right way.
it's the telephoto lens. We have it zoomed in really far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How many pilots are sponsored by RMRC, and what can one think about getting sponsors, or how can one think about getting sponsored?
Oh, how many do we have? See, we have different levels of sponsorship. We have Joe's over there counting because he manages a lot of that stuff. We want to help people out, and obviously we want people to be able to show off the cool stuff that we carry. If you do cool videos and have a lot of subscribers and are interesting and actually cool and for the community and so forth, has to be for the community.
I want to say we have like 9. I'm probably missing someone, but
Yeah, so we're around 9. But I think the biggest thing is you're going to be able to show to a lot of people how cool this stuff is, and not be a total jerk too, because we don't.
Very personable.
Yeah, we got enough people that out there that.
Think they invented the mini quad.
Right. We want people that are having fun and they're going to show other people how to do it too. So, yeah, the vague answer.
Vague answer.
You read the next one?
All right, let's go back to the Alatus questions and the SkySurfer. Zachy asked, maybe a follow-up on the Alatus arrival and customs.
And John also asked about it, and Ken also asked about SkySurfers and Alatus.
Yeah.
Oh, he asked if we're going to bring them to CFL. So the short answer is they are still in customs. Delayed longer than we'd like. Unfortunately, we have very little effect on that. It's in Columbus, but stuck. Based on some conversations I had today, we're still hoping next week, but we don't know. It's when things get held for like deeper inspections of bigger shipments like that, it's kind of unpredictable.
Yeah.
So we plan on bringing them to CFL. And that would be optimal. I think a lot of pilots down there purchased them already in advance. That they would be able to fly them down there as well. The problem is we can't guarantee it based on the fact that that we have no control over customs.
And that's the same answer you'll get in a support ticket from me.
Yeah.
Rick,
If you ask.
Alec answers many of your sport tickets, so yeah.
Rick Brown says, do you think I should fly a Teletubby outfit while riding a unicorn?
Why not?
Yes. Please video that.
Yeah, only if you video it.
How is that even a question?
Yeah, I mean, why would you ask us this?
Where's
This
the
sounds
link?
awesome. Tom T, what's I think he meant determining, or maybe got copied, determining factors of which ESCs and motors to choose when building a new quad. Does it depend on what batteries you're planning on using, whether 3S or 4S, and if you plan on racing or freestyle? Wow, this is a big question.
It's a deep question.
We actually talked a little bit about this earlier, and it's interesting. We had multiple opinions, even internally, about that, and I think it depends some on pilot preference, some on the hype or what's currently the big thing in the market. Some guys are like, well, the same thing for freestyle versus racing because you want performance either way. Others are like, no, it needs to be very specific for what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think in
My
general?
thoughts are if you're going to get that deep into it where it matters what motors and ESCs you're on, I flew a long time and I put on whatever I could. including different motors. I've done that before. Works fine. But build the same setup. If you want to have 3 quads ready to fly at any time, put the same stuff on it. That way when you do fly it in a race that counts, all of them handle the same. There was, after the Sebring race, there was a guy, didn't catch his name, was just glancing through it on Facebook, but he ran without his GoPro on all of the races except for the last one. And all the leading up races to the final race, he said he did horrible. He put his GoPro back on, which is what he flies with normally, and he actually did good in the race. So it's not about weight savings, more powerful motors. You can give a crappy quad to a good pilot, and they'll beat you.
And I think
That's a simple
I think
part.
a lot of it has to do with how tuned in you are to flying a particular frame. I see that people that are constantly following the hype train and changing equipment, every week, they spend all their time tuning and changing and trying to tweak and trying to get it right and trying to get comfortable. Where some of the best pilots out there are flying things that are, maybe even 6 months or a year old, which is, like eons in this hobby.
Yeah.
Because they become so comfortable with what it does. So it's a tough question to answer, especially without having a conversation, about what you want to buy. There's so many good options out there, and for someone who's just getting into racing, getting into the nitty-gritty of those details is probably more than you need to be doing. I think you can go by price, and you want quality, yes, but you don't have to worry about some of the finer details. Just talk to people and see what they're flying, and you'll get other people give you a lot of opinions and a lot of different opinions. But in the end, most of what we have is just gonna work well. You can make it work.
We have a question from Nate. He says, I really would like to help out RMRC. Is there anyone I can talk to about this? I think he's talking sponsorship stuff.
Contact us through support. However, that's always the best way to get a hold of us. Support at ReadyMadeRC.com or support.ReadyMadeRC.com will work.
Yeah.
Or shoot us an email to support@ReadyMadeRC.com. And then we can get it funneled to whoever handles whatever it is you're wanting to do, whether it's work with us on products. We love to work with people on new products, ideas, even working with them to help them develop new products that we can sell. Sponsorships can happen both ways.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to do it.
Cody asks, is there any sales coming up soon?
Nothing specific. We had a quick conversation about maybe doing a Valentine's Day sale because Valentine's might want to buy you a quadcopter or something.
Yes.
Nothing specific on the horizon. We're trying to do stuff weekly. We didn't do anything big this week, but just keep your eyes on Facebook. It's a good way to pass through. Make sure you subscribe to us or like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. It's ReadyMadeRC on both.
Yes, and typically our sales are passing conversations like, hey, Tim, you want to do a sale today? And he'll say yes or no. That's pretty much how it works.
And then we have a question
For the bigger
here.
stuff we plan, but that other ones, that happens.
Alec can probably answer this one. Does the QX7 have the same stick gimbal throws as the X9D? What makes the gimbals different?
They are the same gimbals as far as I'm aware. At least they feel the same. I think they just ship them with the both gimbals locked in center stick mode.
Excuse me. They do feel the same. I guess I don't know for
Yeah,
sure,
I'm
but they feel the same.
Almost positive they're the same. I'm wondering if the new M9 gimbals will fit in it. If they do, then they're definitely the same gimbals.
We'll ask. I can ask.
And then Hugo says, hi, Tim. And Rick Brown says, Quaddiction gates, when will they be available?
There's still some. The last I heard, we're still at least a month or so away from them getting full bore into manufacturing. They're probably a couple months out. I don't know for sure, but they are going to be coming on ocean shipment, which alone takes 3 to 4 weeks, unless it's held by customs, and it takes longer.
Hugo asked for a link to the Glitter Bomb. And also, Mark said, do you guys offer veterans discount at all?
No, not normally. We don't. We've thought about it, tried to figure out how we would implement it. That said, if you're making a big order or something, maybe shoot us a message on support. We'll see if we can help out with something. Yeah. Try not to do any Veterans Day sales where we ask for people to show an ID of any sort. That's not a good thing.
found that out.
They're saying the gimbals are different now. Like
They are.
they said that they're different.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
They feel the same to me, but yeah, they, you know, at some point, you know, it doesn't surprise me they, you know, to get the price down.
Got any more questions up there?
Matt Q. I've seen 2S lipos becoming more popular. Any plans for a Strix 2S 500 or 300? We are looking at options for new small 2S and 3S lipos in those ranges. Yeah. So,
we do have a 3S 450.
That's 450, yeah.
We have 3S 450 right now in
And
stock.
30C, I think.
Yeah.
35.
35.
And we're working with our supplier to see if we can get high C, small capacity batteries, because yeah, we see it too. A lot of people looking for these little frames. So, any more questions through the
Actually,
chat?
how does I assume this is what they're saying. How does the SkySurfer compare to the original? This says Funter, but I imagine SkySurfer or.
If you're looking like the Easy Star or the Surfer, various Surfer planes, first of all, it's far more heavily reinforced than any of those larger wings, but the wingspan is the same.
Wingspan's the same.
But it's thicker or longer cord.
More cord, and it has 3 spars in it.
Yeah, it's heavily reinforced. You know, over the years, and actually go back to the start of Ready Made RC, you know, we were modifying planes and trying to reinforce them and make them fly better, adding ailerons and everything else. It kind of has every upgrade to that style plane you could possibly imagine. Wingtips are flattened out a little bit, so it won't get knocked around by wind so much. Has flaps, optional flaps built in.
Larger rudder.
Yeah, huge rudder, large aileron and rudder surfaces for the control.
Almost 3D style aileron surfaces.
Yeah, really huge.
Should work really good.
Blow molded fuselage is a big deal on this one. Tons of space inside
He
it.
says Tower carries the original Funter. They look similar.
Don't know that
Never
one
heard of
actually.
that.
There's a lot of planes that came off of the Easy Star design.
Yeah,
And
the Easy Star was inspiration for a lot of planes over the years, and so it might be. It's a similar style. It's a trainer style. This is definitely more higher performance than that original those style planes. The motor is it's brushless and higher performance than most of the planes you're going to run into.
Have you guys heard of anything new about battery technology for racing quads that may last longer than 3 to 4 minutes?
Nothing new. I would say don't get stuck from the hype of certain marketing terms. I've been kind of preaching this last few times, but high voltage batteries are just regular batteries that are overcharged. So I would not recommend paying more for one. Just run your lipos in HV mode when you charge them if you want to. Don't get stuck by gimmicks like graphene and other things that are way more complicated than just a manufacturer putting a name on a label. Joe has the plane.
The Funter. That looks like a low wing.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
it's a pretty significantly different plane. Yeah, that's. I think
It looks small.
a lot of that. Yeah, it does. A lot of that style plane are very toy-like. That's bigger than it looks with the camera on. But I think anyone who gets their hands on one of the SkySurfers will realize it is not that style plane. It's built so much more ruggedly, and assembly does not require any glue.
5
Any
screws.
new tiny what products that you guys can talk about yet?
No,
No,
not that
I
we
don't
can
think
talk
so.
about. We did just release the new versions of our little wooden gate set. So if you want to go have some gates, has little pylons and other things you can put out there. Go to the new product section on the site. It should be on the top, I think.
Yeah, it's on the top.
Nothing that we can talk about in that world. Always working on stuff. Got a few projects in the works, but yeah, nothing we're talking about yet.
Looking for a new FPV plane. Anything coming?
If Customs would just let it go, the SkySurfer and the Alatus are incredible planes, I think if you're looking to get into fixed wing, those are where to go right now. we have new stuff that we haven't talked about yet as well, and it kind of goes along the lines of what we were talking about earlier. But
They said micro FPV wings. What?
yeah, that's a little harder to pull off. Yeah, we're looking at stuff like that.
You get too small and you can't fly it because it goes way too fast.
Yeah, but we're looking at options. It's always looking for new things. And if anyone has recommendations, let us know. We want to know what people are looking for.
Somebody said I saw a lot of similarities between the Orange series of batteries and my Bonkas. Coincidental, or are they related?
They are not related.
Maybe things are put on there to throw people off.
Yeah.
Yes. We pad them.
We do buy and sell Bonka batteries, but that's not where our ready-made batteries are coming from.
More powerful Strix Inductrix motor would be cool. Any possibilities?
Yep.
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 Can't talk
Working
about
on it. When you say more powerful, I'm not sure if you mean higher KV or bigger or, but yes.
And then Hugo says, the SkySurfer is an awesome plane. And Chad says, frickin' customs.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're doing what we can to get it moving, but this one's just being held a little longer than normal. It's frustrating. We're chomping at the bit to get these things because we're excited about it. Of course, this is one that happens to get stuck. All right.
Yeah, don't
Anything else?
have any more.
More questions.
All
Keep
right.
Joe busy. All right.
I'll go for
guess.
it. I think
Okay.
think that does it. We're ready to wrap up. Make sure, again, you follow us on Facebook. Join us every Friday at 3 p.m. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Our username is ReadyMadeRC, like I said before. That way you can stay up to date with all the sales, latest news, everything, new products, whatever. Anything else cool that's going on. If you have any cool RMRC gear you're flying or showing off, you can make sure you tag us, hashtag RMRC or hashtag StrixRC. And thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great week.
See you guys.